、皆さんそれではどうもよろしくお願いします。今回はですね、フォールアウト4をやっていきたいと思います。特にですね、内容等は決めてやらないので、適当にやっていきたいと思います。なんか雑談とかですね、兼ねた感じのプレイにしたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。ですね、注意事項を、今いくつか挙げておきたいと思います。注意事項といってもその大したことないんですけど、まずですね、他のゲームにも言えるんですけど、大体はモッドを使ってます。モッド等を使ってプレイしてますので、通常プレイとはちょっと異なります。なので、攻略等の参考にはなりません。それに私そんな上手くないので、プレイ自体がですね、そういう感じですね。はい。で、とりあえずですね、その、スケジュールというか、配信をね、Twitch のアカウントは作ってては、最近配信始めたんですけれども、なんですかね、どんなものをやっていくかっていうとですね、フォーアウト4でしょ、で、スカイリムスペシャルエディションですね。そして、ですね、ウィッチャー3も今やってまして、あとはですね、龍が如く、一心極みですね、もうやってます。ですね、実はYouTube の方にチャンネルがありまして、そちらでやってましたけど、配信の方はもう、この Twitch の方でせっかくにアカウントあるので、Twitch の方でやって、そして、動画投稿は YouTube の方でやろうかなっていうふうな、そんな感じで分けて考えていこうと思います。はい。ちょっと通信状況がね、もしかして悪いかもしれませんけど、
Hey there.
Huh?
Sun will set shortly.
Up the Minutemen. It's 6 o'clock. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
コマちゃん77さん、こんばんは。
あ、こんばんは。
復活おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
やっとランダめちゃ小さくて入力するのが面倒です。わら。
ありがとうございます。もうとんでもないトラブルでしたね。本当に大変でしたよ。まさかのアップデートでセキュリティソフトが干渉するなんて思いもよらずですね。
コマちゃん77歳、そうですね。
ああ、びっくりしましたね。いや、今までなかったんですよね。そういうことが全くなくて、いきなり起きたからびっくりしたですね。原因がそんなわからないからですね。全く原因がわからないので、わからなかったので、どうしたもんかなってもう悩んでたんですけど、どうやってももうちょっとわかんないから、で、いや、ちょっと待ってよって、じゃあちょっとこれオフにしてみるかと思って、オフにしたら、普通に起動できたんで、起動自体はもうできてたんですけどね、セーブでもクラッシュすることなくなったんで、参りましたね、本当に。
Glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
今セーブって出たんですけどね、ああいう時のクラッシュしてたんですよ、ずっと。
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works.
コマちゃん77さん、コメント入力を拡大できる機能はないんでしょうか。
どうなんですかね。
We wait.
わかんないですね、これ。オートモットでわからんな、これ。大きくする、ちょっとね、わかんないですね。これどうやろう。
魔王マサルチャンネルズさん、デカデカ。
かけない。
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while.
コマちゃん77さん、モニターを移動したらでかくなりました。
あ、本当ですか。じゃあ大丈夫ですかね。
I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your
大丈夫そうですかね。あ
bargain.
りがとうございます。
Thank you.
よし。じゃあよろしくお願いします。というわけで、よし、これで、バージル。どうしようかな。どっちに味方するか。これね、居住地も全部あれしたわけじゃないんですよね。綺麗に整えたわけじゃないんですよね。整えてもいいんですけど、まあ、全然何もやってないっていうね。ちょっとキャスルに行こう。ちょっと本部だけは、ちょっと、きちっとしておこうと。ちょっと寒くてね、体が冷え切っちゃってる。寒いですね。寒いのは大体強いんですけど、寒いです。
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
コマちゃん77さん、あれ全部スナップしないようですが。
そうなんですよ。ですね、多分ですね、なんていうかな、このモッドなんですけど、スナップしないのはですね、多分理由が、ちょっとね、判定がおかしいっていうかね、このビルディングサプライズってあるんですけど、これなんですけど、これですね、なんかっていうと、これ置いておくとですね、勝手にこの、なんですかね、そこにおる入植者とかが勝手にこう立ててくるんですよ、ある程度。で、それ入れてたらね、それ入れてるんですけど、それを入れてるとですね、なんかどうもですね、この、居住地の特定居住地で、なんかどうもスナップがおかしいところがあってですね、多分これ影響はないかなと思うんですよね、おそらく。はい。
All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
コマちゃん77さん、へえ。
ちょっとね、原因は、本当そうなのかっていうのはよくわかんないんですけど、でも入れた後にそれ確認できたので、まあ可能性高いでしょうね。まあ特に、プレイスエブリアっていうモッド入れてるので、特に問題ないですね。あとはもう手動で調整してやればいいのかなっていう感じなんで、まあスナップしなければ5位に置いてやれって感じですけど、うん、ここはね、大丈夫です。ここは場所は大丈夫なんで、こういう風にスナップするんでですね。はい。まあスナップするようなモッドを入れてるんですけど、スナップしますからね。大丈夫ですね。はい。まあこういう感じで火を囲めますぞと。キャンプファイヤーですね。どっちにこうしようってとりあえずですね、今はもう結構終盤なんですけど、
ファイヤーキャンプは火に当たるとダメージもらえますか？
どうですかね。いや、大丈夫そうです。大丈夫そう。大丈夫そうですよ。ですね、どうしようかなっていうか、もう結構終盤来てるんですけど、90値を立っててもいいんですけど、どっちに味方しようかなと思って、どこに味方しようかなと思って、ちょっと今悩んでるんですよね。悩んでます、今。これやろうかな。ちょっとなんかサブクエがあるんで、これちょっと終わらせます。バグって済まない場合は別のことやりますけど。
Sun will rise momentarily.
ビムポップ工場ってこれあれじゃないか、パワーファームじゃない？パワーファームですね、これいけねえよ。まだいけねえよ、これ。ビムポップはまだいけないな。ちょっと後だね。さあ、どっちに仲間するかな、これは。悩むな。
Accessing pre-war records. Record found. Driver's license S91328862. Lawyer. Ahoy there, citizen. You are hereby conscripted conscripted into the Congressional Army.
So now I'm in the army. Alright.
Your cooperation is greatly appreciated, madam. The captain requests your presence on the bridge. Have to double quick, madam.
We're taking on an allied soldier. Clear the berth, disable defenses, make way. Midshipmen, stand down. Stand down, I say. This soldier is a guest on our vessel. Please afford him all appropriate courtesies. None of your lip, Mr. Navigator. Have the crow's nest scan 2 points off the port bow. Jump to it.
Aye, Captain.
Our soldier has arrived. Been too long since we've seen the Congressional Army.
Quite a ship you have here.
Indeed. I am Captain Ironsides, commander of the USS Constitution. You visit this fine vessel in trying times. Be calm these long years on her airy perch. Damn you, Weatherby Savings and Loan! I spit at you.
A sad state of affairs for such a historic ship.
On that, we are in agreement. What vexes me most is my inability to assist in the war effort. My gun decks have naught but Morats and ne'er-do-wells as targets. Enough pleasantries. The Constitution has systems that need repairs to carry out its mission.
Just tell me what you need.
Excellent. Consult with the bosun and Mr. Navigator. They will relay your instructions. Dismissed. Look lively, lads. Scavengers approach. Soldier, man the cannons. Kill them against the last assault. Few warning shots, usual.
Your very presence does this humble unit a great honor. My programming would find it amiss if I did not also interject. Long live the captain!
You certainly have pep.
Much obliged for the compliment. But on to the mission of the day. Our last marine expedition valiantly returned with much needed supplies, including replacement power cables, madam. Alas, with my severe lack of appendages, I find myself unequal to the task of repairing the cables myself.
I'll get right on it.
My anxiety emulators are lightning by the microsecond. Once you have resolved this matter, I beseech you to return to me to accept my undying gratitude.
Hey, bosun.
Power courses through the Constitution's veins. Again! Her systems, long starved, flicker to life. A hearty congratulations. Huzzah! However, this has brought to light further failures in our power grid. The power relay, to our shame, I previously complained about, is fluctuating wildly.
Don't worry. I'll get you up and running.
Bully for you, madam. Power relay coils are a common enough part. Might I recommend checking the local shopkeepers? Surely, they would be of some assistance. fair winds, and following seas.
Bosun.
Power flows hard and steady. I would have told you, but alas, I cannot, due to my lack of clapping instruments. But huzzah, madam, huzzah!
Well, you're very welcome, Bosun.
You are too kind. I require no further assistance. But our Mr. Navigator is also beset by troubles. Scuttle buddies, our guidance system is on our last legs. If you've not already, speak to him. Fare thee well.
Damage assessment will commence after this unit has completed scheduled duties.
You robots do a good job of defending your ship.
Proclamation 1.
Defend the Constitution by any means necessary.
Guidance system offline. Multiple errors diagnosed. First error. Guidance chip stolen. This unit requires its return.
I can help. Where is it?
Stolen by
Heavy
human
mist
scavengers.
anticipated.
Reclaim chip at Scavengers Forward Recon Station. Captain has approved a bounty for its return.
Lethal force is prohibited unless absolutely necessary.
Aft dinghy unlocked and available for your use, madam.
Don't shoot! Those assholes didn't attack the ship on our orders. They weren't trying to frag ya anyhow. They just wanted to kill the frickin' robots.
So they were scavengers, but not with you.
Well, they were kinda with us. I mean, we're not really used to working together. It's not like anyone is in charge. But we do have an agreement. Everyone works together, gets an equal share. When you waltzed aboard the ship, those assholes just kinda lost it. They broke our agreement and paid for it. How did you get aboard anyway? We thought you were gonna get cratered for sure.
He knew I was an American, so he drafted me.
America? Isn't that some old world mumbo-jumbo? Whatever. So you got to see the inside, huh? All that salvage. The real motherlode. Just waiting to be stripped and sold.
Is all the junk inside really that valuable?
Well, yeah, we could keep Diamond City in parts for months with all them gizmos. We'd never have to scrounge in the gutter again. So you talked with a tin can. What'd he have to say?
Ironside says you stole a guidance chip. He wants it back.
His guidance chip, right. You know what he needs it for? His rockets. The huge goddamn rockets on the side of his boat. He's nuts.
I'm sure there's a good reason he needs them.
You seriously want to help that idiot Bolts for brains? Screw that robot and come work with us. There's dozens more of us nearby. It's only a matter of time before we come out on top.
I'm not splitting my share with her.
You holding out on us, Davies? You got some magical way in there? This lady's got a free ticket aboard, so shut up. Help us destroy that fricking tin can once and for all.
No deal. I'm with Ironsides.
Then screw you, asshole. You're lucky we don't gun you down.
Caution, heavy mist anticipated.
Order and prevail. Ahoy, soldier. Chip recovered. Dispensing bounty. Diagnostics report. 1 error remaining. Guidance radar's transmitter is not functional. Requires replacement.
Happy to help you out. Again.
Soldier's happiness is irrelevant. Acquire Poseidon radar transmitter at specified map coordinates. Further bounty will be dispensed upon completion, madam.
The clouds approaching.
Mr. Navigator? Hey, Navigator.
Current speed 0 knots.
Mr. Navigator?
Maintaining present course. Maintaining present course.
コマちゃん77さん、アイアンサイズが固まったのかな？
ああ、そうですね。固まってますね。解散する。たまにあるんですよね、これバグで。まあしょうがないですけどね。もうさあ、なんかいい解決方法あるかな。どうしても進まなかったらもうこれは無視します。
Captain Ironsides.
You've been of service.
よっしゃ、これでいい。
Despite ample provocation, I had hoped the guidance chip could be recovered without violence to the scavengers. And now they plot their retaliation.
I got the job done.
Quite commendable. I find I must reward your considerable efforts with the final labor. We stand but a hair's breadth away from embarking on our sacred mission.
I'm always happy to help.
I would expect nothing less. The ship requires turbo pump bearings from a nearby factory. It will undoubtedly be a dangerous mission, but I have faith you will succeed.
なんか見つけてこいって言われたな。これが工場か。行きましょう。ちょっと手がね、かじかんでて、うまく動かないですよね。冷たくて、まあ、ヒーターつけてますけどね、寒いですね。ほんと底冷えするわ。寒いね。
コマちゃん77さん、居住地襲撃を回避するモッド入れてみました。
どうですか？どんな感じですかね？確かにね、鬱陶しい時ありますもんね。
コマちゃん77さんまで成果はありません。
ああ、なるほど。これからですね。こっそりこっそり近づいてあら、なんか取れないんだけどね。どう見てもこのレーダーのこのザックフードですかね。これどう見てもホラー映画のキャラクターが被ってそうな感じですよね。
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that?
レーダーのセリフを集めたやつで歌作ってみようと思うんですけど、一覧とかないかな、どっかにまとめてちょっと探してるんですよね。レーダーのセリフ一覧でそれをつなげて何ですか、歌作ってみたいんですけど、めっちゃ笑ってんな。
コマちゃん77さん、よく使うセリフは覚えてますが、
地獄だやーとかで、まあ、ガンナーとまたちょっと違いますからねガンナーのセリフとまたちょっと違いますから、そこでもガンナー編もちょっと作ってみたいですけどね。とりあえずはあれですよね、レーダー地獄だやーは私も知ってるんですけどね。地獄だやーは知ってるんですけど、壮絶なあれも壮絶な誤訳ですけどね。またやってますけどね、あれもそのまんま訳してるか変になっちゃってる地獄だよなんて言ってませんからね。
Intel file obtained.
あれヘルヤーって言ってるんですよね。ヘルヤーって言ってるんですけど、それを直訳してるから地獄だやーってなってるんですよね。地獄だやーって言ってないですよねどういう意味かっていうと、ヘルヤーっていうのはオラーとかそういう意味です。掛け声ですね。結構ね語訳が多いんで地獄だやー受けますね。ガンナーの俺たちはかっこいいとかですね ウィアーホットってやつですね。ウィアーホットはあれですよ、かっこいいんじゃないっす光線中とか意味ですよめっちゃいるじゃない。
コマちゃん77さん、フェラルグールは背後から来なければ問題ないです。
フェラルグールでしょ。4のフェラルグールって走ってきますからね。まあ、3のフェラルグールも走ってきますけど、飛びかかってきますからね、4のは。突然やってきますからね、びっくりしますよね。って言って、つって飛びかかってきますからね。つって。うるさいって言われそうですね。よし、これで戻したぞ。なんか、どっか表示出てますね、これ。消したからね。えらい防衛のあれが出てるね。
Captain Ironsides.
Trim the power on the starboard bow. Steady as she goes, Mr. Navigator. Luck willing, at long last we'll set sail. And our hero of the hour is to thank. You've earned a double share, madam. Well done.
My pleasure.
You are truly worthy, madam, of witnessing our maiden voyage. Our twin NX-42 rockets will alight and unmoor us from this dreaded savings unknown. The Constitution will launch into the heavens, and after, gently land in the ocean. Then we take our rightful place as defenders of the Atlantic.
That's quite a plan.
A thing of brilliance, is it not? Mr. Navigator, put her through her paces. We need to... those motherless curs! Prepare to broadside. Defend the Constitution until our last breath.
コンスティチュートを守る。
Oh, so you're a coward.
コマちゃん77さん、爆発の伝説で敵を迎え撃ったら味方のロボットに当たって今までの苦労が水の泡になったことが何度かあります。
誤爆でしょ。爆発系強いんですけどね。あれなんですよね。コンスティチュートを守るとか言うけど、これ敵だとどこにおんねんって感じですけどね、これ。一回セーブしよう。バカ多いからね。撃とうかな。はいやー。あのおばちゃんたちも敵だ。もっといるな。 なんかレーダーもいるね。
Bye. Get lost.
とりあえず守りましたけど、アイアンサイスがいないんだけど、どこ行ったんだよ。まさか下まで戦ってるとかないよね。いないんだけど、どこ行ったんだろう。マジでどこ行ったの？下にいるの？下までわざわざ行ってる？なんでこんな下まで行ってんだろう。あ、いないです。
Captain Ironsides.
Godspeed good, the scavenger assault.
なんかバグいな。
But one of those scallywags stepped foot on our vessel. All hands, prepare ship for launch.
Congratulations, Captain.
There is one thing. We need power from the auxiliary generator to commence our voyage. I fear I must call upon you one last time.
コマちゃん77さん、床すり抜けをしたのかな？
なんか多分ですね、戦闘に入ってたので、それでなんか反応して5位に行ったんでしょうね、おそらく。すごいっすね、なんか。まあね、もうバグいっていうのはもう分かりますからね。だからコンソールコマンドもよくね、知ってないで、クエストのコンソールコマンドもよく知ってないとダメですね。めちゃめちゃ重いんだけど、敵がいすぎだでしょ、これ。めっちゃ湧いてますもんね、敵が。どっから行く？あそこ戦ってるもん。向こうバンカーヒルなんですけど、向こうやったかな？どっちやったかな？バンカーヒル。あ、向こうバンカーヒルね。多分向こうでもやってますね。ドンパチやってます。どっから登ったわけこれ？こっちか。
I never even liked that.
コマちゃん77さん、湧きすぎとちゃうけ。
そうなんですよ、湧いてるんですよ。特にフェラルグールが湧いてるんですよね。がっつり。まあ私はそういう風にやってるっていうのが一つの原因なんですけど。これを。よし、これでいいね。至るところで銃声聞こえますもんね。さあ、行ってらっしゃい。
コマちゃん77さん、乗船しないんですか？
乗船ですね。あ、これ乗船できないんですよ。ここでスイッチを押さないといけないんで、結局乗船できなくなってるんですよね。でこのまま飛んでいけばいいと思ったんですけど、これあれですもんね。そこぶつかりますもんね、これ。航路がめちゃくちゃだん。これ笑うわ、これ。これでもこれで大いな進歩だとか言ってる、前進だとか言ってるんですけど、めっちゃやってますね、あそこ。めちゃめちゃ。
77さん、私は一緒に飛びましたが。
あ、そうなんですね。無理や。あそこまで行きました。あ、そんな方法あるんですね。知らなかった。あ、それでもスイッチを押すことしかやってないからですよね。まだまだ知らんことはたくさんあるな。めちゃくちゃ打ち合ってんな、あそこ。私も参加しよう。
コマちゃん77 さん、普通に行けましたか？
あ、そうなんですね。落ちに行かなくてもいいのかな、なんだろう。めっちゃ俺やんの。
It's a lesson they'll never forget.
すごいな、ドンパチドンパチ。
Goodbye.
Try harder than that.
コマちゃん77さん、バンカーヒルをクラフトしてあるということはクエストを完了したんですか？
ですね。
それともプレップスクールですか？
バンカーヒルはですね、あそこは確か、普通じゃ開放できないんですよ、ワークショップ。インスティチュートルートでクリアしないとダメだったんじゃないかな、確か。でもですね、元でワークショップの権限をですね、強制的に、手に入れてるので。
コマちゃん77さんですよね。
はい。なので、とりあえず強制的に手に入れてますね。はい。誰の仲間になるのか、誰で、どのエンディングでいこうかな。迷うな。
I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear
コマちゃん77さん、ボスとインスティチュートは一度もやったことがありません。わら。
あ、本当ですか。
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing?
インスティチュートはですね、
well, considering
俺これもっと言ってたかな、ちょっと忘れたけど、BOS はどっちか BOS でクリアした方が後々の展開も期待できるんですけどね。あ、まあ一緒か。インスでクリアしても一緒かな。いや、インスでクリアしてダメか。BOS でクリアしてて、後で BOS と敵対したら、ミニッツメンと BOS が戦うことになるんで、そういう展開にもできますよ。バニラだと絶対どこかに味方してどこかを滅ぼさないといけないっていうもうそういう仕組みなんで、なんですかね、いわゆる大団円エンディングがないのかっていうそういうあれもあるんですよね。元ではそれはできるんですけどね、バニラでできない。
コマちゃん77さん、キャッスル攻防戦が楽しい。
楽しいですね。私のタレット置きまくり作戦でものすごいことになるんでしょうね。もうね、だいぶもう相当何年も前ですけどね、昔動画上げたこともあるんですけどね。
Sounds like an important step.
結構おもろいですよね。はい。
But recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yet, well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
This can't be happening. I only just found you.
I've had the same thoughts more than a few times. But we cannot let this stop us. Our work must continue. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Lee.
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
I
had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially.
さて、どっちルートで行くかな。迷いますね。
Hey there.
Operating at full capacity.
インスティ人造人間のアーマーってあんまりかっこよくないですよね。ちょっと待て。
Dr. Lee.
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
今は無理か。ちょっと後にしよう。
コマちゃん77さん、シンスの伝説を手に入れても嬉しくないです。
なんかあんまりあれですよね。ダサいっすよね。まあ人造人間がつけるもんだからっていうのもあるかもしれないですけどね。かっこ悪いっすよね。まあその実用性が大事ですけど、ちょっと見た目的にどうなのっていうのはありますもんね。
コマちゃん77さん、やっぱりコンバットアーマーかな。
ああ、コンバットアーマーでしょ。コンバットアーマーはやっぱりかっこいいですよね。ちょっと一眠りした方がいいのかな。ちょっとずらさないと多分ドクターリーが反応しない。まだ。
コマちゃん77さん、G は懐かしい。
ドクターリーでしょう。3ですね。はい。3で、なんですかね、出てきた人も結構いますよね。あ、だ。どこだ？リサイクルが来てる。
コマちゃん77さん、マクレディもそうでしたか。
まあそうですね、マクレディ、子供の時ですね、3では。マクレディに、ドクターリーでしょ。そして、だと誰がいるかな。あとあれがいる。ヌカコーラ。ヌカコーラの。シエラペドロ。
コマちゃん77さん、シエラも。
あ、そうですね、シエラペドロピタですね。いますね。あと誰がいたかな。あといないかな。うん、あとはちょっと思いつかないですね。まだいるかもしれないですけど。
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're going to be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited?
コマちゃん77さん、ヘザー、わら。
あ、ヘザーあれですね、モッドですね。はい。
Maybe a little scared. It's a very big responsibility.
Yeah. Father says that the Institute is the only hope for people left in the world. And if you're in charge, that means that it's all your fault if something got messed up.
You seem like you're always in a good mood, kid.
Well, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're going to be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work.
You heard that, did you? From who?
Oh, I heard Dr. Higgs saying that you weren't qualified, and we'd all be lucky if we lived another 2 years. He's so funny sometimes.
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
The other day I talked to Quentin, and he didn't make fun of me at all. It was great.
人造人間ですね。どっちの仲間するかに。インスティチュートルートで行くのか、あっちで行くのか、どっちで行くか迷ってます。 迷うな。BOS どっちでもいいんだけどな。でもこれって5が出た時どっちが静止なんでしょうね。静止的にはどうなんですか。 BOS が生き残ってるルートなのか、インスティチュートが生き残ってるルートなのか、どっかで整合性取らないと多分これは話がつながらないんですけどね。どうなんでしょうね。どっちにするかな。悩むな。悩むわ。どっちでもいいんですけど、どっちでもいいんですけどつって悩むのおかしいんですけど、どっちかな。D ドクター。インスティチュートルートでやるかな。うん。ヘザーはあれですね。3でアウトキャストのキャスディン・ゴミンカンっていうインディペンデンストリーでにいた、あれですね。何？バイオサイエンス部門で揉めてる？何揉めてんの？
このちゃん77さん、リバケスライムも見てみたいですね。
ああ、了解です。どっちもいいですけどね。ちょっとこっちやってみましょうかね。じゃあリバテプライムを BOS でやるか。何？
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Loken. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first.
暴力が最後の手段です。私にとってはもう最初の手段なんですけどね。とねる話だ。よし、開けてくれ。
Just give me a moment.
あくまでもゲーム内の話ですよ。
It's unlocked.
よし。
Doctor?
For what it's worth, I think you are fine.
Is someone present?
Nice.
これは撃つしかないでしょ。
You've come to change our minds. You're wasting your time.
コマちゃん77さん、このクエスト覚えています。わら。
I chose not to talk to the directorate before anointing
やったね、私もこれ前。
his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Don't force me to take drastic measures, Doctor.
Oh, so you mean to martyr us then? I assure you, Dr. Loken and I are prepared to make any sacrifice in order to uphold the ideals of the Institute.
I thought you were a reasonable man. Maybe I was wrong.
This is much bigger than just you and I. I'm protecting decades of research and progress. The answer is no. We will not back down. Father's heir apparent. She made it past your impenetrable defenses. Compose yourself.
これどこなんだろう。なんだったっけ？なんていうあれだったっけ？これか。 標本の解放開始。イエス。よし、ゴリ暴れろ。いけゴリ。よし、いけゴリゴリ。赤木のりたけ。よし、赤木のりたけいけ。パンチパンチ見せなさい。メガトンパンチを。そうし、いけいけいけ。おお強え。お強い強い強い強い。違う違う、ゴリそっちじゃないそっちじゃない。そっち自動扉負けるか。めんどくせえ。
On time, pal. Hi, Doc.
That was unfortunate. We don't like violence here, and I fear your actions will have consequences.
What was I supposed to do? Let everyone starve?
I don't mean to preach. I simply wish that matters could have been resolved more peacefully. I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
BOS ルートでやってみますかね。はい。こんだけ散々暴れるだけ暴れといてから結局インスティテュートを裏切るっていうね。
Doctor.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
コマちゃん77さん、責任持てないんで好きな方をご自身で決めてください。
いいんですよ。大丈夫ですよ。私もね、全部やりましたからね。
コマちゃん77さん、へい。
はい、全ルートやりましたんで。
Elder Maxon?
I received word that Dr. Lee
やっぱ確かにね、後味が悪いのが嫌っていう人がいるのはよくわかりますね。はい。
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives.
まあそれがね、まあボールアウトシリーズのいいところでもあるんですけどね。
コマちゃん77さん、マクソンが嫌いです。
マクソンでしょ。あ、そう、マクソンも出てましたね、3。マクソンも。エルダー・マクソンもいましたよ。子供でしたけど。めちゃくちゃ礼儀正しい少年でしたけどね。いました、いました。あそこに、要塞に、そう、いたんですよ。さあ次何すればいいんだこれ。ネットワークスキャナー取り戻すかな。スターですね、もらってこうかな。ね。よし。サンクチュアリがガチ重いんですよね。人増やすぎて、ガッチ重いんですよね。マクソンは3いました。3にいましたね。マクソンもいましたね。従者マクソンって名前だったかな。まだ少年だったんで。あんな少年がこんなごつい男になるとはね。感じますけど。まあ結局アウトキャストの3のアウトキャストの連中も、マクソンの、あれに入りましたよね。支配下に入ったっていうか。
Sturgis, remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
I'm working on something with the Brotherhood of Steel. They want to look at the data I got from the Institute.
The Brotherhood, huh? I sure hope you know what you're doing. Here you go. I've already made myself a copy.
Excuse me.
Looking to wet your whistle, huh?
Let's see what you've got.
Pick your poison.
ピザがうまそうですね。
Proctor, I came across a holotape with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I build too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance. When we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
Huh. I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile. Every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with this power system, we can get the big guy moving.
So you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need.
I'll take a look.
Be my guest.
I heard that Elders asked
Proctor Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Maybe I should come back later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We might not be the best of friends, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure. Anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Traveling with you is proving to be quite enlightening.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up there. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
コマちゃん77さん、やっぱりツーラが良いですね。
ツーラじゃいいですね。結構使えますもんね。オリークラッシュしてしまった。なんてことだ。
コマちゃん77さん、あらら。
初クラッシュというか、なんて言ってるのかな。今配信で初クラッシュですね。稀にありますね、稀に。来ました。失礼しました。じゃあ今日取り直してやりましょう。
コマちゃん77さん、セーブしていないと辛いね。
そうですね。まあ今オートセーブのね、間隔5分にしてるんで、その間になっちゃいましたね。1分でもいいんですけど、1分だったらね、ちょこちょこね、セーブしちゃうんでね。あれなんですよね。まあいいんですけどね。クラッシュ対策にはいいんですけど、まあ5分でいいか。残念無念。まあしょうがない。さあ、せっかくこう AK を装備して行こうと思ったのにダメでしたね。仕方あるめ。じゃあ AKM にしようかな。こっちにしようかな。
コマちゃん77さん、アクア AK、わら。
ああ、一緒か。どっちにしようかな。こっちは。あ、買ったままでいったよね。こっちにしよう。よし、OK。ピアッシング。オートマチック。どれにするかな。サイトはね、スコープじゃなくていいんですよね、私は。これでいいかな。これフラッシュライトか。こんなフラッシュライトか。悪くないけど。これにしようかな。 AK は AK。ちょっと見えにくいなこれサイトが。めっちゃ見えにくいんだけど、こっちサイト変えよう。サイトを変えよう。これはちょっと見えにくいな。これでいいかな。あ、これで見えやすい、見やすいね。よしよし。
Virgil.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Hey, Virgil.
Did you need something?
Would you be interested in coming to work for me? I've got a nicely equipped clinic you could use.
What? Think about it. I can't even set foot outside this cave.
Whoa, calm down. Don't worry. I'll make it safe for you to move there. You ready?
Well, yes. Thank you. Really. Thank you.
I want to trade a few things.
So you're the new knight. What was that?
Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into Cambridge Police Station.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece?
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
Don't underestimate the Institute, especially with teleporter technology at their disposal.
Don't worry. We won't let any of them run us out of there. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Weather will clear shortly. Intel file obtained.
Pleasure was all mine.
You're not.
Get. I never even liked that idiot. Pleasure was all mine.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
I want to spread his glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Atom's radiance warm your soul.
Ma'am?
Feral ghouls. Was all mine. Did you miss me? Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in everyone's abilities here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot.
コマちゃん77さん、アンカレッジ懐かしい。
懐かしいですね。次のダウンロードコンテンツで。
Reload required. Warning. Power core offline.
キメラっていうなんか戦車みたいなやつやったけど、見かけ倒しでめっちゃ良かったですよね。
Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders. Compromised.
ですね、3のそのダウンロードコンテンツありますけど、オペレーションアンカレッジですね。で、マザーシップゼータってやつもありますよね、宇宙船のやつがね、宇宙人と戦うやつがあるんですけど、あれにですね、 捕虜っていうか宇宙人にさらわれた人が何人かいるんですけど、アメリカの軍の兵士でエリオット・ターコリエンっていう人いるんですよね。この人多分ね、そのアラスカに行ってた時に多分さらわれたんですよね。で、なんかそのエリオット・ターコリエンってなんかどうもそのホーラット4のその男性主人公ですね、まあネイトなんか同僚っていう話もあるんですけどね、そういう話も聞いたんですけど、なかなか面白いですよ。個人的に自分的に
77さん、へえ、侍もいたね。
侍いましたね。カゴとシロですね。カゴとシロは面白かったですね。拙者の刀はどこだって、何を言ってるかさっぱりわからないって。まあそりゃそうでしょうね。あれは受けたわ本当に。もうね、カゴとシロは面白かったですね。で、鞘に入れて抜き身の刀を持ってですね、エイリアンのバサバサ切っていくってですね、面白かったですね、本当に。拙者の刀はどこだ。
コマちゃん77さん、アイカレッジの無限回収あったね。
ありましたね。ありました、ありました。もういないか今日。3のダウンロードコンテンツは結構どれも面白かったですね。はい。また3もやろうかな、また。MO2 にちょっと全部持って移さないといけないからね。やんないといけない。小松さんの嫌いな
コマちゃん77さん、ザピットはいただけ、わら。
ピットはなかなか、あれは本当ホールアートらしいですね。
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings include a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
コマちゃん77さん、一度マクソンをモッドのゲットアウトマイフェイスでぶっ飛ばしたいです。わら。
Attention. Halbert pilot to station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to station Epsilon. That is all.
結構ね、クエストモッドとかも結構いいやつがあって、マクソンの結末が変わったりしますね。はい。
What do you know about the situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from
コマちゃん77さん、へ
ー。ですね、まあいろいろあるんですけど、その、まあ追放されるとか、マクソンが。
including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image.
で、ダンスが新しいあれになるとか、そういうのあったかな、確かそういうのあったんです。
A quick DNA comparison with our own records told
で、新しいその、なんですかね、要するにエルダーが来てから、この追放するとか、なんかいろいろあるんですけどね。
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports and, unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited.
まあ、パラディンダンスは人造人間ですけど、スターデスも人造人間ですもんね。
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
At this point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
コマちゃん77さん、眠くなったのでそろそろ失礼します。
お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。ありがとうございました。長時間。
コマちゃん77さん、お疲れ様です。
はい、ありがとうございます。お疲れ様でした。
Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. ship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dan's.
Get to the point.
I'm trying. This is difficult. Dan's is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
Alright, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dan's had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Dance.
I might have, if I'd known what I was. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
You're the proof that Maxon's wrong. You're a synth, but everything you've done has been for the good of mankind.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I'm not technology that's gone out of control. I've been a benefit to mankind, not its downfall. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxim will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
That's insane. He dedicated his life to protecting mankind.
Is that what it told you? How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built in the confines. And some of my memories aren't well. But when I saw my brothers dying in the war, I felt sorry. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood.
Great.
Goodbye.
And I never will.
Elder.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not her fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing.
Have you taken... Dance isn't a man.
Right.
It wasn't born.
Sure.
Flesh is flesh. By attempting to play...
After all
You're the physical embodiment. Look around you. Millions. Perhaps they called it a new... Can't you see the same thing? You're a single...
That's insane.
Is that what it told you? How can you trust a machine? Those ethics...
It's true. But when I... And when I heard your speech about saving the... Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust. And I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Whether he's human or not, Dance saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn woman. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of her. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Hey.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
Friends take care of each other. No matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post. But it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I can do.
Can't you come with me now?
You heard what Maxon said. If I'm seen aboard the Pridwin, at the police station, or at the airport, not only would I be killed, I'd undermine its authority. I won't do that. But if you need me to take the fight anywhere else, I'll be there.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
Hey.
You're making the Brotherhood proud.
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
You're not going to have him killed behind my back, are you?
I'm a man of my word, Knight. If he remains invisible to the Brotherhood of Steel, he has nothing to fear. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I'm honored, Elder.
You've earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Station keeping maintained.
Paladin.
Thrusters
Good.
stable.
Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Then let's get to it.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated, Paladin. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
These Commonwealth super mutants. their different.
Hey, did you hear what they were talking about last night?
I judge people by their actions. I admire the way you tell.
Can you imagine a world where all were super mutants, united under one cause?
Makes the day's work satisfying. What's yours stays yours. If you ain't been, I can see quite well. Who's there? The heck? What was that? Let's do this!
Sweet. All you got, kid? Nothing I couldn't handle.
I thought I saw something.
Just still. Pam.
Full system reset accepted. Awaiting instructions.
Kells?
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
I wish there'd been another way.
The railroad was providing assistance to escaped synths, and was therefore deemed a security threat. Those sympathizers got exactly what they deserved. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime, and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Yeah!
はい、じゃあ、長時間ご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。
Let me make one thing clear. As a member of the Brotherhood,
それではですね、今回はここまでしたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
You want my respect, you will have to earn it. When I give you a mission, I expect results. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Good. I've received reports that supplies have been disappearing from our supply depot at the airport. I suspect this may be an inside job.
If so, that's a serious security risk.
That's what worries me. If there is a traitor, our entire operation here could be in jeopardy. I want you to take charge of this investigation. Report to Night Sergeant Gavel at the base. He commands our logistics division. He can familiarize you with his unit and the depot. Beyond that, you have leave to conduct your investigation as you see fit. Report your findings directly to me. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I expect results. See that I get them. Dismissed.
はい、すみません。ちょっと中途半端になりましたけど、ここでまででしたいと思います。それではまた次回お会いしましょう。失礼します。長時間ご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。失礼します。